The sweet new shift knob. Grips really nicely. Really good feel, nice and light. Sweet new shift knob setup. I think it, yeah, you know, weight reduction, shift knob. Check it out, it's pretty sweet. Yep. What is up, guys? I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back. As you can already tell by the title of this video, we're going to be installing a new shift knob on the 370. This should be pretty easy. I can't imagine this being too hard. Wrapped in some padding. It comes with, it looks like 2 adapters right here, and then it has one, I would imagine, for like the most generic one already in the threads. But this is a weighted, it's like a gloss black Mishimoto shift knob, and this thing is actually like, this weighs, I think, close to a pound. It's like, this feels like very high quality. Like a penguin or something? I don't know. Can someone explain? I don't get it. I've been asking what I'm actually going to do with this, and I don't know if I've said this in a past video, but I'm actually going to sell this. I should be getting the title either today or tomorrow, and then I can post it for sale, but it's really dirty. Don't know if you guys can tell. Super dirty. Cleaned it like a week or two ago. It's kind of just sat there, barely even driven it. There's my cat again. So we have the original, just the OEM 370 shift knob. A lot of shift knobs you should just be able to just kind of grab it and twist it off, and I don't know. It did it a little bit, so I honestly think I can. I've seen a few videos in the past and they kind of cover it up, and I've seen some people even use vice grips on it, so I'm going to set up the camera and I'm going to try a few things. Half a rotation down. Oh, it is so red right now, just from grabbing the frickin' shift knob. Vice grips on there. This is gonna be really annoying because every like quarter turn I'm probably gonna have to undo the vice grip because I don't want it to touch like the center, the dash or anything. So I got the glove and I got the vice grips. We're gonna try to work these two in unison. Hopefully that works a little bit better. Alright, so fast forward like 6 hours, the shift knob is off, and in the previous clips I was doing it entirely wrong. So on a 370, you cannot just twist off the shift knob, at least on mine you couldn't. The shift boot right here, it's actually really nice. You can kind of just put your fingers in on the side of the shift boot, kind of grip your fingers like this, pop up, do it on the other side, nice and easy, and then this whole little console type thing comes off. Right here, when you are shifting, when you're turning the shift knob, the original shift knob to get it off, right here, this entire thing spins. So what I actually needed to do, I needed to pop it off like I just showed you. I had a set of vice grips and I clamped down right here. I actually had someone else do that while I used like all of my muscle possible to take off this frickin' shift knob. Oh my gosh, was it a pain in the butt. Like, I used my hands entirely. I used my hands and vice grips, and even with that, like, I'm gonna show you my hands in a second. Like, it's not explicit or anything, but like, if you, I don't know why you'd be grossed out, but like, if you can see right now, like, I literally have like 2 already blisters on the palm of my hands, and cut like, that is what happened from a shift knob, man. Shift knob gone wrong. To turn it off, I recommend you don't use your hands. I recommend you just set it up really nicely and use vice grips. But in the past with vice grips, I've seen it mess up the OEM shift knob, and honestly, I can say like the shift knob is still in perfect condition, probably just because I used it in my hands. But like now, if I don't like my Mishimoto shift knob, I can just go back to this, which is kind of cool. And like, I don't know why, but these shift knobs run like $100+ online. I wasted a good amount of time kind of just thinking I was loosening it. I wasn't, and I also don't recommend that because then I think Thankfully I didn't, at least I don't think I did. Nothing's out of the ordinary, but you could mess up the linkage and everything down here. But I didn't. Yeah, I know it's a shift knob and everyone's probably gonna give me shit, oh well, you couldn't install a shift knob, but you know what, we're doing it. Now I'm gonna install the Mishimoto shift knob. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I have a, ooh, look at that. I now have a wing on my 370. It's 5 inches wide, fully fake carbon fiber. Lots of extra downforce over there. And the shift knob is in. So all I did was, it comes with these little spacers right here. I put the one that was meant for my threads. I believe it was a 1.25 centimeters or millimeters, probably centimeters. It came with a couple of them. It fit pretty well. I screwed it on the inside of the shift knob itself. I just put the shift knob on top of the actual threads and then I screwed it right on. My main thing I'm not a huge fan of with aftermarket shift knobs is kind of like the fitment and how it sits on the shift boot. But it's pretty good on the 370, so I tightened it as low as it can go. And it, like, from afar, like, it looks, if it would focus, it looks pretty flush. There is probably about 1/4 of an inch little room. I can't really do anything about that either because the shift knob itself cannot actually fit any lower, but other than the kind of the boot issue, looks good, feels really nice. It has a really good weight to it, just feels good in your hand. Honestly feels better than the shift knob. I mean, it feels better than the stock shift knob. It's obviously doesn't sit as flush, but it feels just as good, if not better. Once again, super easy thing. Just make sure you have a couple extra hands. Pop open this trim right here. Make sure someone's with vice grip is holding it under here, and then with your you're just like, look at that. I mean, if you can see my hand, I have a little blister from like tightening it so hard. I just use my hands, use a vice grip. I kind of wish it didn't have this like Mishimoto M, but I understand you gotta do what you gotta do. This was $55. I would say it's worth it, but if you can find one for cheaper, that's essentially the same thing, like a stainless steel, or no, this is, yeah. Is this stainless steel? I'm not sure. Whatever this is made out of, if you can find one made out of the same stuff that is just like a good weight, I would just go with that one. I mean, $55 I think is a little much for just the shift knob, but I like it. Really clean finish. First little mod, nice little shift knob. Have the other shift knob in perfect condition if I want to go back to it. I'm going to see how I like this. Going to go drive around with it for a little bit, see how it shifts and everything, see how I like it. And that'll do it for today's video. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching.